Well, it's pretty great to be surrounded by family over the holidays, but sometimes there's that one family member that just gets under our skin. Our Keeping It Real Guru Vasavi Kumar is back with advice on getting along this holiday season with everyone.
Yes.
And I think also just when you're with your family for long days, stuff happens because you love them. Why can't we just get along? What is it? What is it about the holidays?
So first of all, I can absolutely agree. I'm going to be spending a few days with my family, and I already know someone is going to say something. And so I do have tips. So I do have some great tips. The first one is nothing is personal, right? If you just remember that the things that we say out loud are a projection of how we feel about ourselves. So if Aunt Mary says something that you're like, why does she have to act like that? You just got to remember that the way we feel about ourselves is how we show up with our family members, with our friends. So just remember that absolutely nothing is personal, and also use it as an opportunity. So if I'm annoyed by, some quality of yours, it's a great opportunity to look inwards and say, huh, do I have that annoying quality myself? And then you start to take the focus from out there into here.
Is it also pressure, though? We want the holidays to be perfect. It's like we build them up. For our kids, we want them to have so much fun, opening presents. We want the meal to be perfect. We want everyone to have a good time. And then if someone is not, or criticizes something that you're doing in terms of hosting or whatever, is that the pressure, that build up?
I absolutely think we strive for perfection, and what ends up happening is that we don't enjoy being in the moment, being present, actually present in the moment. This is not about perfection, it's about being with one another. There's no such thing as perfection. That's number one. Number two is don't wallow in areas of disagreement. Listen, I'm gonna find tons of things to disagree with you about: political, religious, how you parent your kid. You gotta ask yourself, how important is it? Really just think about it. How important is it that we are eye to eye on this particular subject? So what would be a really good idea is to focus on the positive things, focus on things that you can agree on. The fact of the matter is, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family, right? So that's just the way it is. And if you choose to focus on, oh yeah, well, we have this in common. We like to do CrossFit together, or we like to shop at this store. Really just, just have conversations about things that you agree on. What's the point of swimming in that disagreement?
And don't talk politics.
No, don't talk about it, especially if you know it's going to be a source of controversy in the conversation and throughout the holidays.
And I love that you say let it go. Just, wash your hands of it. If something's bothering you, walk into another room. Focus on something else.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say, in lieu of everything that's happened in the past few days with Connecticut, honestly ask yourself, how important really is it? Tomorrow is not certain, right? We don't know what's going to happen, so it's so important that we cherish those relationships. Number three is the 80-20 rule. Dale Carnegie said in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, you can win more friends in 2 months by being interested in them than in 2 years having people get interested in you. So it's so important, and my father always used to say this: listen 80% and talk 20%. A lot of our controversy and arguments happen because we all just talk too much, and we don't think before we talk. So if you're really trying to be your highest and best, and really just want to have a great time with your family, regardless of what the relationship is, just practice listening and observing and just trying to appreciate the other person, as hard as it is. That's where the growth takes place. The last thing is have an exit strategy. I always have an exit strategy. I say, okay, you know what? I'm going to be there for 2 hours. If I start to get triggered and maybe I just need to remove myself, just pick a time. Okay, I'm going to get there at 8:30. I'm going to leave at 10. It's going to be great. Just have that plan in mind so you don't get sucked in, you don't get triggered. But I think the number one thing is, the most important is not to take anything personally, because it's never personal.
And honestly, our family members, they know how to push our buttons.
Well, we get pushed, right? Let's just, they may know how to push it, but we get pushed, right? So if I'm getting triggered, the trigger is inside of me, right? You just happen to be, you're not pushing it on purpose, and it may feel that way, but if I'm being triggered, it's because I'm being triggered, right? There's something inside of here that I have to look inwards and just ask myself, all right, what's going on? What did she just say that just annoyed me, right? It's always an opportunity to look here. It's never about the other person.
I love that. Great advice. And again, we just need to listen to our family members.
Absolutely.
Listen to them, love them, appreciate them, be grateful for them.
Absolutely.
That's what this season is all about.
Absolutely. And, like I said, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So do you really want to spend your holidays, spend your life holding on to resentment, grudges, anger, or just let it go? It's so easy to let it go when you say to yourself, you know what, I don't want to hold on to this anymore. I'm letting it go.
Letting it go. Vasavi, great advice.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Michelle.
you always coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right.